We're not meant to do life alone, and I think that there is a misconception that we have to carry all the weight on our shoulders, especially if you're a woman. Let me know if you feel this way. Do you feel alone? Do you feel disconnected? Do you feel like you're just wandering around and trying to figure out what is this purpose? Like, how do you figure out connection? Today I'm going to talk about empowerment through connection. I'm Alicia Soikawa, the empowered woman, and this is really, I think, a topic specifically for women, because women do need to connect and be in relationship, be side by side with someone and feel like you have someone there to talk to. That's why girlfriends, growing up, girls tend to face each other and relate and empathize, and men just kind of go side by side. I don't know how many of you have gone out and then your husbands go out and you have a whole story of all the things going on in everyone's lives, and you ask your husband or your partner, if he's a male, how did it go with the guys? They may have gone to see a game or play golf, and they say fine. And then you say, well, did you talk about anything? Typically it's, no, we just play the game, or we just watch the game. And I used to find that so funny and interesting, how different women and men are in specific, or the people that have that type of gender trait. And it kind of makes me laugh, because if you know you need connection, then go look for it, is the number one thing. So we're going to talk about how connection is so much more powerful for you than doing it alone. And I'm saying this because there's many women right now in between season of life, whether you are trying to figure out what your next move is going to be career-wise, or you're battling through different stages of motherhood. If you are not a mom and you're wanting to get married, there's a lot of in-betweens, right? You get to where you want to be in the next step, and then you go, okay, what's next? What's next? And that's what I mean by the in-between. And sometimes there's a shedding of the old. We talked about this in a past video about identity before you can get to the new. So in between those two places of being where you want to be next and where you were, there's this weird empty space or purgatory of what is now, and understanding how to embrace that and move forward is really key for women, especially if you're in that perimenopause age or menopause age. It's really in the in-between, right? Could still be dealing with diapers or children in school. Surprisingly, a lot of women are having children later in life. And so sometimes the path is a little bit muddy and unclear. And I do think that there is that loneliness period that women face, in particular at this stage in life. And that's what I want to talk about, how important it is. So, independence is so great, number one, but isolation is not good. Becoming a recluse or hiding out or a hermit crab. And I think what I have felt and seen in the public eye and just looking in general, COVID during that time period really fostered isolation, I guess, or fostered and encouraged isolation. So if you're that type of person that likes to be alone or is more of an introvert, even though you crave connection, the tendency to be alone was supported, right? And so you didn't have to go after people because it was an excuse of, oh, no, I can't go out. So, that was fun and games for a little while, but I think ultimately over time, humans need to connect. We are relationship beings, and I think it's so important to have connections with people to grow. So that's number one. We need to figure out, how are you getting your connection but staying independent? And that's a lot of times looking for that like-mindedness. I've been very fortunate in stages of my life to be finding amazing groups of people. I have an amazing group of women I meet with on Saturday mornings, and then my new healing group from Chronic Healer's Mastery that I went to in Chicago. There's 4 of us that really connected and have maintained accountability and group text. And I tell you, even though they're not here physically, it sure helps to have someone understand your path and what you're going through. That leads me to sisterhood, especially for women, since this channel is specifically for women or men that trying to understand the woman in your life. That sisterhood is very healing. I don't have biological sisters born with. My husband has 2 younger sisters. I was hoping to be closer with them, and I'm not, unfortunately. And my brother's married to a woman, and I'm not that close with her either. I don't think it's anything someone did wrong or right. I think we're just not aligned, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think I was trying to force it when I was younger to be like, oh, wow, I have sisters now. So I think you need to be really careful about figuring out who your sisterhood is. It doesn't have to be blood. It doesn't have to be through marriage. It doesn't have to be in your church or whatever have you. It can be someone you seek out later on. It doesn't have to be in person, belly to belly all the time. Like I said, I have this amazing group of women that I have a sisterhood with. We're all over the country. And I tell you, we do meet up for meetings once in a while and stuff. And it's such a beautiful thing when we get to see each other and come together. Those weekly calls and our group messages get you through the week. They hear you, they're a sounding board. I know when they put something out there, it's with best intentions and not to dig at me and be critical of me or judge me. And so those are huge things to look for. Look for the like-minded people that will make you excited to be with them. You know, I look forward to that call every Saturday morning. And so it's my thing. Even we're all on Zoom. We all show up in our pajamas, or people are going and coming. There's no judgment or where were you? It was just come as you are and we're going to grow together. So I highly recommend finding something like that. That's a sisterhood truly. And maybe there's a group of women that you travel with once a year and you get that healing. I also have a great group of women here in my cul-de-sac that I love dearly. We're so different, but I do love them and I know that they're there for me if I need them. And there's like little groups, stuff like that, you know, one-to-one relationships that are different, and you have group relationships, but allow them to come into your life and don't judge them, and allow them to unfold as you need them. And it's okay if you change and grow in and grow out of relationships, because it doesn't mean that you don't love someone or care about them. You can grow into different relationships and also leave different ones behind if it doesn't serve you anymore. So that's okay, right? So give yourself permission to let go of what does not serve you, and then be brave. Like, gosh, the courage is what they say, courage is fear, but you go through it anyways, because everybody has fear. It's a natural thing that happens. I just got off the phone with a client of mine and her parents are freaking out about selling their house. And I said, it's normal because we don't know what's going to happen. There's that uncertainty. So you're going to have fear. It's a human experience to have fear. It's built there to protect us. But sometimes we need to take our conscious mind and say, hey, we're going to be okay. We got this. I will figure it out. 100% of the time up to now, I figured things out, right? So give yourself the benefit of the doubt and be brave. There's a lot of songs about it. Reconnect with someone. Like, go on your Facebook, go on your socials. Gosh, we live in a time and era now. You can actually find people that you went to high school with, college with. You know, you can search people. It's not the way it used to be. I feel like you get someone's name or card. You can literally connect with them one-to-one on a message and say, hey, we had a great connection. Love to like hang out, have a cup of coffee, have a lunch. Go deeper and see, is this person your person? You never know. Sometimes it's not about the time and length that you know someone. Sometimes there's just a connection, and I call them soul contracts from a previous life, you know, where you're supposed to be on that path and align with someone at the time in your life. So allow that to come, welcome it, open your arms to it, and it will show up. And I think if you ask and say, I'm open to all the blessings and abundance that will come to me. I'm open to new relationships. I want to find friendship. You will find the opportunity is always floating around. We just don't see it because we're blinded. So be brave, reconnect with someone, or say yes when a friend comes up to you. How many times were you like shut off or closed off to something that you know you need? There's a little seed in you. It's like, you know, I should be open. And let me just go to a coffee. Let me go to a lunch. Let me spark a new friendship. It's harder as adults because we are more closed off and set in our ways. Gosh, remember when we were kids? I love watching my little one. She'll just walk up to a stranger and say, let's play. I don't think any adults would ever walk up to a stranger and be like, hey, let's hang out. The bravery that we see in children is something that we need to watch them and go, let me practice that for myself. Because I'm going to tell you something, it will really change your lens and how you look at friendship. It doesn't have to be forever. It doesn't have to be deep, but I think sometimes it provokes conversation. It opens you up. And guess what? If you're in sales of any sort, it opens your sphere. It opens your circle of friends because they have friends that you could be introduced to. And if you have a genuine connection and interest, it makes life so much easier. So that's an honest way to grow your life and business through, you know, accepting friendships, looking for new friendships, and inviting new friendships in real life people, not just online, okay? And also it's safe to want deeper friendships. You think so many of us walk around and do chit-chatting or small talk. That's one of my husband's pet peeves is small talk. Like, he does not like to go to events and have small talk. He literally says that it's like cringy to him. He just checks out because he doesn't feel like he can connect with people if he does talk with them. So he is the rare soul that actually wouldn't mind having a deeper connection. And as a woman, I'm a very deep person in the sense of I want to connect. I want to have deeper relationships. If it's very surface, I'm probably not going to connect with you very often because time is very precious. We all have so many things that we need to do and accomplish. If you're a mother, if you have a job, if you have a husband, if you have a household to take care of, our time is limited. And so I don't personally care to be in relationships with people that are surface. I want to have real relationships with real conversations and feel that I can share my soul and myself. And I know that if I'm in alignment with someone, it'll happen naturally. And so because I state that, I know that that's going to come to me and the things I don't want are going to kind of like bounce off. And so that's the confidence and authority you need to have about what are the standards you want to have for yourself in relationship and connection, and it will come. But I'm curious, I have a call to action for you. Drop a comment below or DM me if you want to talk about connections and how to develop them if you're struggling. And I'm I'm curious, do you have a sisterhood that you are with? Do you have friendships that you have deep, or are you craving them and you don't know how to figure it out? Just curious. I'm going to take a poll on who's who. And until next time, take care.